Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about how to lesson plan for your homeschool. This was a question sent in by one of our community members and readers, or rather YouTube viewers. Her name is Shri Swati, and she is currently homeschooling her two kids, and she wanted to know how do I plan my lessons. Now, there is no right or wrong way of lesson planning, but what I will share is the way I do my lesson plans. And from that, there you can take it whichever way you want, and you can use your own techniques or mix and match with mine and see what works for you. I'm Chandana Banerjee. I'm a homeschooling mom and a military wife. I'm also a micro business coach for women, mostly moms and military wives, and a health coach, a writer, best selling author, and an artist. And in this channel, I talk about all the things that make my life worthwhile and all the things that I hope a lot of other moms will identify with and will help them too. So let's get back to our topic, which is how do I lesson plan in my homeschool? Now, I've been homeschooling my son for the past, for over 2 years now. And yes, my method has been evolving and changing. So let me share with you what I've been doing this year. My son's just gone to class 2. He's almost 7 years old. And this year what I did was I borrowed 2 stacks of textbooks from a friend whose son has just gone to class 3. So I've got these two different syllabuses. Mostly we are following CBSE. So I have a whole stack of books. These are just some of them. And I spent about a good time looking through, flipping through, all the different books and looking at what are they really teaching in class 2. And generally, both the sets of books, though the lessons were a little different, they were more or less teaching the same things. Once I was done with looking through the books, my next step was to move on to Pinterest. I went to Pinterest and created a Pinterest board for each of the subjects. So it would be like homeschool English, homeschool maths, homeschool science, etc. And I would open each chapter. So let's say this one is doing verbs. So if I have a chapter on verbs, I would go to Pinterest and look for things like verb activities for kids, or verb anchor charts for kids, verb games for kids, and whatever would look interesting, I would just pin it into the board. In the same way, I tackled all the subjects. Once I was done with Pinterest, I went on to YouTube. So in YouTube, I would go to verbs for kids. When you type something like this, things like songs with which are about verbs would come up, or there would be probably a game with verbs or whatever. So whatever seemed interesting, I would either copy it in a document on my laptop, or I would just see that, okay, this material is available whenever I'm back. Once YouTube was done, I went online onto Google and I typed the same thing: resources to teach children grammar, or resources to teach children verbs. And if anything which looked a little different from whatever I had seen till now would come up, I would again copy paste that link onto a document on my laptop. Now, when I had all that material, it took me about a week to do this for some of the subjects in class 2. So when I had all that, I had this notebook, simple note exercise book sort of thing. Let's say I wrote verbs, and I wrote down, okay, what is a verb? Because I think it's been a long time since I last really read the definition of verb. So I wrote the definition of verb, and I just wanted to refresh it in my mind. And I just wrote down a list of things I can teach him. So like YouTube videos, look at verb charts, adding ing to a verb and seeing how it. So just little pointers onto my notebook. Now, you don't need to do that right at the beginning of the whole curriculum. I think it can get a little tedious because, I mean, come on, there's so many chapters. You can do this on a daily basis. Now that you have all the information and repository information at your fingertips, you can do this on a daily basis, maybe the previous evening, or you can do this on a weekly basis too. So like on a weekend, you prepare for the next week. And you don't, if you want to be detailed, you're most welcome to be detailed. But If you're like me, then you can just go by the seat of your pants, and you know that you have this material. You know that when you keep your laptop handy when you're teaching, and just keep refer going back and forth between books, between games, and between your laptop to teach a particular lesson. The idea for me is always to make a lesson more interesting, and because my son is very active, there's no point really making him sit and mug a definition. So what we do is, let's say if you're doing verb, he acts out the verb. So I'm always looking for ways in which he can incorporate movement, and he can do something hands on, because that's when the learning for him works out. Now, last year, I was doing something called fun schooling, which where I would just go by his interests. So, because the syllabus didn't really work very well for us, it was getting boring for him and me. So, I did some mind mapping last year, and I want to do it this year too. So, things like if let's say he has, you know, what is it? Okay, this I think I don't have it here. But let's say his interest last year were robos. So I would draw this mind map with a circle, and I would write robos in the middle. And then I would have these pointers going out from the center, and I would say, okay, what can I teach him through that? Okay, I can teach him science. I can teach him how robos work in the house. Then how robos work in the factory. How can robo toys be made at home? Okay, and are there any robo online games? So you get the gist. I would take this one subject and make these little, sunshine rays going out from that topic, and look at different ways to explore that topic using books, using stories, online resources, games, so the whole gamut. And these are the two ways that I plan my lessons. I'm not very detailed when it comes to lesson plans. And I am also not very tightly bound by a lesson plan or a schedule. So we just go by what feels right, what is fun, what brings joy, and what will keep the boredom away. I hope you found my lesson, my talk on how to create a lesson plan helpful. If you liked it, please do give us a thumbs up. And if you think this was beneficial for any of your friends, do share it through your social media, or through just directly to your friend with your friends. And please do subscribe to my channel. It's so good to see the community growing. And if you want to read any more of my homeschooling articles, or our posts on how to create a work from home business or work from home lifestyle, do check out my blog, which is https://chandanabanerjee.com. Do check, and I've mentioned the link below. And do, if you are interested in creating a work from home micro business, as somebody, as a Fauji wife, or as somebody who is always on the move, do check out my Amazon best-selling book, The Work at Home Military Wife, on Amazon. The link is mentioned right below. And I will see you in my next video. Till then, I wish you all the best. Hope you're enjoying your homeschooling. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. I will try to make a video or write a post on to answer your question. And Shri Swati, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.